See, you got 7 bonus for the presentation. Okay, I have a very good story for you tonight. This is special for the children. I didn't bring slides with me today, so you have to listen up. No slides. So this story is about a little boy who was about, maybe about your age, 8, 9 years old, maybe 10 years old. Very fine little boy. This little boy, I'm not going to tell you his name yet, other than to say his name was Moshe. I'm not going to tell you who he is. But you'll know him when I finish the story. And this little Moshe had a brother, an older brother who would come and talk him. 2 older brothers would come in and talk him. His whole family was big coming to talk him. His father was Borov in the town. Also a tremendous Talmid Chacham, known as one of the Gedolei Hador. And this little boy never, he didn't feel so smart. He would try and learn, but he couldn't keep up. And he couldn't keep up with his brothers who were so brilliant, and his father was such a genius. And he started to get very depressed. It started to bother him a lot. He struggled and he struggled, and he just couldn't match anything that they would do. It really bothered him. So I know sometimes children feel that way. You all must feel that way. So I want you to know this is a very special person. This boy was crying one time under a tree, and he was very broken up. He was very upset that he couldn't learn and remember the things that his older brothers and that his father did. And as he's crying under the tree, he falls asleep. And while he's sleeping, he's laying there, and he has a very nice dream. And he wakes up from the dream, and he feels suddenly refreshed. He don't feel any smarter, but he feels better. Huh? So he feels better, and he gets up, and he comes up with an idea. He says, well, my father is a really smart guy. He's a big Talmid Chacham. He's the Rav in the town. And he had a very good Rebbe. His Rebbe, Rabbi Yitzchak, won't tell you his name. No. But he had a very special Rebbe. Maybe my Rebbe is no good. Maybe I need to go learn by really something special Rebbe, and then I'll be a good Talmid Chacham. So he decided to go to his father's Rebbe and learn in his father's yeshiva where his father grew up, where his father learned. So he picks himself up, he gathers his strength, and he goes off to a nearby town where his father's Rebbe lived and had a yeshiva, and he went to learn in the yeshiva over there. Once he gets there, he writes a letter back to his parents, just letting them know, I'm in this town, I went to learn in this yeshiva, in case you're worried. Don't worry, here I am, I'm safe. I just don't think my yeshiva is for me, and I wanted to come here. And he sat down and he started to learn. And a couple of years go by, and he grows, and he starts to become a tremendous Talmid Chacham. And as he gets older, he becomes a greater and greater Talmid Chacham, until he decides to go back to his father's town to visit his brothers and his father, to show them what's become of him, that he actually can learn Torah now. And he went back to the town, and everyone is telling him the Torah, and he stands up, and he gets into the shul, he stands up, and he tells us about Torah, and he floors them all. It wows them. And he comes back, and he talks to his father, and the family gets together, and they're all excited, and they're happy, and he tells his father all the things that happened to him over the years. Now, the thing that I didn't tell you, the special thing that I didn't tell you about this person who became this tremendous Talmid Chacham, this little boy who was so lost and so sad that he couldn't learn, just couldn't get it into his head, I didn't tell you who this person was. So this little Moshe, this little boy, who became known later on, his father was named Maimon. This little boy grew up to be the Rambam. So in case you're worried and you ever feel like maybe you're a boy who's maybe not so smart, maybe there's other boys who are smarter. Other boys catch the Chumash quicker, they catch the Gemara quicker, they know what the Rebbe is talking about. Just remember, there was once a little boy named Moshe who was crying under a tree, fell asleep on a rock. When he woke up, he went to yeshiva to learn. And if you just put in that extra effort, any one of you children can grow up to be as great a Talmid Chacham as the Rambam.
Today's pizza is sponsored by Livy Hirsch.